We don't want to dig any deeper into our savings, so Rob has gone back to work. He's excavating dirt with a JD130 John Deere, of course, and masticating trees and brush with an ASV RT120. He's excavating at Sparrow Heights Estates in Clarkston, Washington, and masticating at Winchester, Idaho.
Inside the cab, the left-hand joystick, you move it left and right to turn left and right. You move it forward and back for forward and reverse. The buttons don't do anything. On the right-hand side, you pull back, the boom head goes up. You push forward, it goes down. Left and right makes the head tilt forward and back. The arm you see in my hand puts everything in gear and turns the hydraulics on. The left-hand side is the key. You have the backup camera in the middle. On the right-hand side, the red button you see means the emergency brake is on. There are several buttons you can't see. When I push and hold, 3 lights will light up. That will engage the hydraulic pump so that the head is working. Plexiglass is all around the cab. What we're doing here is a thinning job for the Nez Perce tribe. You walk up to a tree, keep the bar high enough so the tree won't come back on you. Now I'm chopping off the stump down to the ground. Then I will run the length of the tree and chew it up into chips. This project started out as a tree farm with trees from the South Dakota Black Hills. The pine didn't grow the way they wanted them, so they come in and marked it, left about 1/3 of the trees, and we're taking out the rest of the trees, chewing them into mulch, as you can see, making it like a park. And then they will come back in and plant fir trees and tamarack trees and maybe a few others that will grow in the spaces. The Fecon itself usually does most of the cutting because it has a better cab with more metal on it in case the tree comes over the top. And Roger comes in and will take down most of the trees. Then I come in and chew them all up into fodder, which will eventually turn into full fertilizer for the new trees. The head will chew up going both forwards and backwards, but it does a much better job in reverse. I don't remember exactly how many acres this was. I believe it was about 35. The machine I am running, the AVS, has rubber tracks on it, and the Fecon has steel tracks, so he gets a little better traction and does all the work on the steep hills. Most of what I do is gradual slopes and flat ground. They don't want any scars on the trees, so a lot of times we have to leave a few limbs close to the trees so we don't scar up the butts. The head has carbide teeth on it, so that they aren't dulled too much in rocks, but it makes for slow chipping. On this particular job, Roger took the machines home, and about the 4 teeth in the center, which it has 4 rows on the roller, he put what's known as chipping teeth on them, which will chew up these trees 3 times as fast as the carbides will. As long as there's no rocks here, this was mostly all good ground, so they didn't dull. We would The chipping teeth we would usually sharpen about once a day. The trees you see in front of me are ones that Roger has already came through and cut down. I just take a few every now and then when I get close to where he's working, if he isn't far enough ahead of me to keep me busy, or if I happen to hit one and scar it up real bad, why I'll go ahead and cut it down.
Meanwhile, back home, I'm enjoying one of our rare sunny days. We hope this finds you healthy, happy, and many blessings to you all.